Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. So today we'll discuss on the basics of SQL constraints. Okay, so as the name suggests, right, constraints. So constraints are kind of rules or kind of restrictions which we are going to enforce on the data inside any table or more than one tables. Okay, so these are basically going to be enforced rules, we can say. On data in tables. Okay, so basically these rules are like helping us to going to limit the type of data that can go into a table. That's what we can say. So all that way is right. We can just ensure that the accuracy and reliability of the data is maintained throughout the database, so that we don't end up in creating unwanted data in any table or maintaining any unwanted data in any table. So that is why these SQL constraints are going to be very useful for us. So these constraints can be applied at either a column level or at the table level. So either at column or at table. So both the levels it can be applied. Okay, so when it is going to be only applied for any one column or more than one column, they are going to be called as column level constraints. And if it is going to be applied at the overall table level, it is going to be called as table level constraints. Okay, so now we will just discuss on some basic constraints available in SQL. So the first one is going to be not null. So this not null constraint, what it helps is, when we are going to use this in our query, it ensures that if it is applied on a column, that column cannot have a null value. If it is applied on a table level, the table cannot have any null value. So simple meaning, right, not null. So being not allowing null value inside any column or inside any table. And the second one is default. So this default constraint, we know, right, when we want to give some default value for any column or in any field, right, I mean the data we want to specifically give any default value which won't be changed. Say for example, if you are having any bank details table, there is a column called IFSC code. The IFSC code will be same for that branch for all the customers, so that they can make it as a default value for applying the same value throughout all the records in that. So this default constraint is used for that. Okay, and the third one is unique. So unique constraint, as a name says, in any table or a column, no two values will be same, which means all the values will be different from one another. All the values will be unique actually. So this is the meaning of using unique constraint. Okay, and the fourth one is going to be the primary key. So by using this primary key, right, we will be having multiple records in a table. Okay, I mean records means like multiple rows of data in a table, in any database table. But you want to identify any one particular record to be very unique. Okay, so that we will be using this primary key to identify that kind of records. Say for example, by using this primary key, I am just, there is this bank table itself we will take where the customers are there, okay, the IFSC code details are there, everything is there. Along with that, the age is also there. I am going to apply the primary key on the age. So on the age, I want to just filter out below 30 and above 30. I will apply the condition using this primary key and set that rule so that it will fetch those details for me. Okay, and foreign key. Okay, the usage of primary key and foreign key are like, just to uniquely identify a raw record in a database table. But the one difference is primary key is used in the own table, self table, or which we are using for our work. Foreign key refers to we want to uniquely identify from any other different table data and use it in our own table. Okay, it will be like another or secondary table, you can say, and use that data over here in our table. So that is the usage of foreign key, to uniquely identify the record from different database table. Okay, and the next one is check constraint. So check if this condition is satisfied, like that we can say. Okay, so this check constraint ensure that if it's going to be applied in any particular column or table, whatever the condition they are going to specify using this check constraint, whether those conditions are satisfied or not. For that, this check constraint is going to be helping us. Okay, and indexing. So index constraint, obviously, right, it is used to create and retrieve data from the database very quickly. So you will be having, say it's a large database or large table having huge number of data, but on a day you want to easily get some relevant data for your view, and you want to view it specifically. Okay, so that if you use this index constraint and provide that conditions, set those rules, you will be able to easily retrieve the database very quickly. Okay, so for example, I am going to give the index for any date field. Always the index will be like equal to current date. So I am trying to view the statements for any customer from a table. Okay, so whatever the transactions he or she has made. So I will use this index on the date field by setting it up to current date, so that on the current date what are the transactions, it will just get listed out for me. Okay, otherwise it will, so if I am just ignoring the usage of this index constraint, it will be fetching the overall transaction details for the customer, and for me to go and search and get to that particular detail, it will be difficult. So whenever we want to apply some index for easy retrieval of data from the database, we can use this index constraint. Okay guys, so for today's also we have just discussed on the basics of SQL constraints. There are like the syntax used for these constraints, and wherever these constraints are applied, how the scenario is going to work. So there are kind of examples also which we can discuss in detail, which we are going to cover up in our upcoming future videos. Okay, if you find this topic interesting, please do share it to your friends. Keep supporting, keep watching. Also do subscribe to our channel. Okay, stay tuned in for more interesting videos. And if you want us to pick up some topic and just explain over here, please post it in the comments. Okay, all of you take care. Hope to see you all soon on our next video. Until then, it's your VK signing off. Bye bye.